This week we're doing some adventure ready mods for the V-Strom. Stay tuned. Alright, welcome back to the channel. So, we have some mods to do to the V-Strom to get it adventure ready for, I guess the first trip I'm thinking is a trip up to the UP, the Keweenaw Peninsula. I used to live up there for quite a while when I went to college at Michigan Tech, so I know the area, so it'd be fun to at least go back there. Not have to worry too much about going to a brand new area and being the first time I'm gonna take this on a longer journey, doing some adventuring. When I say adventuring, I don't necessarily mean like single track or anything gnarly like that. I'm just talking, you know, fire roads, gravel roads, you know, simple ORV trails, things like that, just to start into that world. But the V-Strom also just has a very good touring nature to it. I think it's just a good bike to start in this realm. And I think it's a little more capable than a lot of people think. Today, what we're gonna do is this is a peg drop kit and a shifter relocation kit. I'll explain what that does. And these are new pegs, obviously, for replacing the stock ones. Basically what the kit is going to do is it takes these mounting holes and drops them down with those adapters. Has a little coupler for the brake pedal. Same on the shifter side. Takes these, drops them down, and then this kit also is going to push this mount outward, I believe is what it does. I got to just double check on all that. And then obviously the new pegs, just replacing the stock ones. The rubber is like super squishy on these. I don't know if that's just because they're from 2015 or what. I think the IMS pegs are going to be a little nicer to stand up in, a little more traction, but not huge either. So we're not going to counteract the effects of this kit. I'm going to show you quick too why you might want to do this on your V-Strom, because it's kind of just an ergonomic upgrade. Even though like I'm only 5'8", so dropping the pegs down an inch is not going to necessarily fix ergonomics for me. It's not like I'm too tall for the bike or something like that, but a lot of people say just from comfort, it's a definite upgrade. And then also being able to fit in a bigger boot between the peg and the shift lever. So I'll show you that quick. So this is the stock setup. I haven't adjusted anything here since I've gotten it. So this is supposed to be below the level of the peg. That is how the OEM says to set it up. So here's a Alpine StarTech 3. It's a little more of an adventure ready boot. It's a little stiffer, supposed to protect your ankles, your feet a little more if you go over at low speeds. So what the kit is supposed to help with is it's going to kick this shift lever out this direction. So as you can see now, you have to kind of really kick the boot down to get under the shift lever. And now mind you, you can kind of come down, out, and then in, right? And then obviously shifting that way is not a problem, but with this kicked out, you're not going to have to get as much of an angle down. And with a stiffer boot like these are, it's going to just be a little easier to do so. And then also, this kit is dropping these down, I believe it's an inch. So, and I think the relationship between here is going to stay the same, except for the location is going to be out farther. So like I said, pretty much the basic steps are going to be taking this. We're going to remove it from the bike, remove a couple other extra bolts so we can just take off this whole plate. There's an adapter plate that's going to shift this down, and then also this is going to adjust the location of this point. Same thing on the other side with the brakes. It's going to shift this down, basically taking these two plates off. If you want a more detailed install video, Adventure Tech, which is where this kit is from, they're not a sponsor or anything. They make a lot of V-Strom parts. So if you're looking for something for these bikes, pretty much start there. They're a small business. My fork brace, I have the mirror extenders. Coming up somewhere over there is the light bar kit, and then obviously this relocation kit came from there. So support them first. Don't buy the cheapo knockoff version. Honestly, these are not that bad price wise. So support them, but go over there if you want a more detailed install video. I'm going to kind of just time lapse through a little bit of it, just not to bore you guys with that, and just kind of show you the results. If I run into something that is a little difficult, or maybe you need to have a little tip or trick or a special tool might help, I'll definitely show you. But Rick and I believe his wife run the business over there. They do a really good job. So you can always reach out to them too after you've purchased your kit, or even before if you have any questions. So let's get to it. Like, comment, subscribe on the video. It really helps support the channel, and I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. I just wanted to explain something for 1 second, because you probably saw me take it off and then put it right back on. So I took the whole thing off. I rewatched the instructions again. You want to get this pin right here that the shift linkage was attached to. There's just this little snap ring, a washer that slides off. And then you want to get this pin off while it's still probably on the bike, unless you have a vise, which I do, but mine's not mounted yet. So I put it back on the bike just so it'll hold it in place so I can pull this off. Give you guys an idea what's going on here too. So in the kit, once I take this back off, it's going to shift it down. But then the new mount for the shifter is actually adjustable. A couple different positions there that you can put it on here or a little bit farther out. So once again, check the website if you want to see a little more specific instructions. This kit, there's actually a couple different versions of the kit itself, actually dependent on your shoe size. So this is the smaller the kit, and then the bigger kit I think actually has a couple more adjustment holes as well. So just wanted to show you that there is some more adjustability in this kit than just it moves it to a specific spot you can choose. So I'm going to put it out to the farthest. I am a size 10.5, but I kind of feel like I want it out a little farther than usual. So we'll try that first. I am going to use a little bit of Loctite on the hardware as suggested by Adventure Tech. So I got the original plate mounted to the Adventure Tech adapter. The relocation of the shift lever has been shifted forward. As you can see, this hole in the back is where it used to be, and then now it's all the way up here. So that's at least a good inch, if not a little bit more in that all the way forward position. Once again, I can adjust it back one set of holes if that is too far. But we'll see, once again, comparing it with the boots from what it was before. Obviously, we're going to adjust all this too, but as you can see, there's like quite a big opening now in comparison to what it was before. The nice thing about this kit, because of that relocation, is that the actual throw of the lever stays the same. Instead of making the lever longer and then the actual distance the lever has to travel up and down would increase, this relocation kit actually keeps it the same amount. So it should feel like a stock amount of shift play, if you will, up and down. Gonna double check the torque and everything, Loctited everything in that needed to be Loctited, and we're gonna throw this back on the bike. Got everything connected back up together on this side. So just wanted to show you with the boot again that That shift lever is much farther out there. We don't have to dive as far down to get under it. So just a quick boop, or, you know, obviously. So shifting is going to be a lot easier. You can see this is the original bolt location. So that's how far the pegs themselves have dropped. And once again, shift, pivot, there to there. Dang mosquito already in March. Anyway, so that's the difference on this side. I'm going to hit, these guys got a little bit of Loctite. I'm going to hit the torque on these really quick, just looking up in the manual for your year, just in case they're just slightly different. And then we're also going to swap out this peg quick. I'll show you that. Very simple. I say simple because these springs are sometimes a pain in the butt to get back in, but basically there's just a little clip on the bottom of this pin here. You pull that, pin comes out, spring, everything comes off, and then the new peg will go on. I'll show you spring orientation, and then we'll do the other side. Got the peg on, got the spring in. I think it's in the correct orientation now. It's not perfectly straight, and I'm wondering if that's by design, so we'll take a look at it again, but it's on there. I'm going to test it out quick just to see how it feels, which my normal boot's on, and then we'll get to the other side. Very similar process on the other side, so I'll probably just whip that out quick because it's basically just going to be the same thing. Couple bolts, just the difference here I'll show you is the yoke for the brake pedal. But let me jump on this, see how this feels, and then we'll get to it. Well, I'm not used to mounting from this side. Yeah, no, that feels good. You can definitely tell that I have a little less bend in this leg than the other one. All right, so as you see, these two bolts, same thing. We're just gonna unbolt that after we disconnect the yoke here from the end of the pedal. In the kit, there's just a couple pieces that extend this down, and then it reconnects. Once the adapter's on, swap on the new peg, we'll be golden. Sorry, that might have looked a little funny. I was struggling, not only with the cotter pin, but this jam nut was just stuck on there. I hit it with some PB Blaster and it came off, so just be careful. So I'm just getting this yoke off now. That attaches to the back end of the brake lever, and then we can get the rest of that kit on there. Got this side wrapped up. Here, hold on. Let me just flip the key on. As you can see, I've adjusted that so the brake lights actually work. Check the front, rears. I do have an auxiliary brake light on my top case. If you're wondering how I did that install, go check out the channel page. I got a video there for that. So see if I can, oh yeah, I can reach with my foot. There we go. Okay, so this side's good. Peg is on. Brake light switch, had to adjust a little bit, had to kind of pull a little bit extra through here. It is zip tied in there, but I didn't loosen the zip tie. There was enough slack that I just needed to kind of shift it down, and that is working. Oh, turn off that before I just drain my battery for no reason. So I'm going to clean up my tools really quick, and then we will wrap up this video, I think. Where's my finger? Alright. Foot pegs, lowering kit, shifter, relocated. Same thing on this side. Peg. Downwards. So, feels nice. Pegs feel good to stand on. I'm making any adjustments I need to from there. I mean, it felt like a shift. I was shifting through gears just fine, but I'll have to adjust this as needed once I actually get out for a ride. Before we go riding, even though we're starting to get some nice weather out there, I got a headlight relay kit, and then also this is a light bar kit. I figured probably a good time to put those on the bike is together, but got some nice Cree LEDs. Once again, another Venture Tech product. Not sponsored. I just really like their stuff. Nice harness already built for you. Basically just gotta route it, put it in the bike. Same thing with this. The reason you might want a relay kit for your headlights is that apparently the OEM, Suzuki, routed them through the starter switch for whatever reason. I don't quite understand why that's a thing, but I guess sometimes that connection in there will go bad, get dirty, something like that, and it will potentially fry out your headlight circuit. You won't have headlights all of a sudden. So relay kit just basically separates the headlights into a separate circuit with its own relay on a switch source. And then I believe the light bar kit mounts up underneath the beak here. I gotta look at those instructions again just to be sure. But I also have a set of just the OEM brush guards, I guess is what I'll call them. They're not like a bark buster because there's like no metal reinforcement in there. They'll just kind of sit in between the weight, and then on that pin there, there's new hardware that comes with it. This is an OEM kit. More blocking wind probably than anything. It probably won't save the levers or the bars. I gotta do a little more research into the Bark Busters is the name brand one that I know of. I'll be honest, I think that's about it. I've got an oil change to do. I think probably before my UP trip, we'll be doing tires. These ones have a little bit left in them for sure. But to be honest, they're kind of squaring off. I don't know if you can really see that. I'm going to stop rambling at you guys. I'm going to keep the stock foot pegs just in case these ones don't work out. Something happens. You never know when you might need a spare. I'm going to wrap up this video. Next time we'll throw on that light bar kit and we'll do the brush guards. And then I think the last video for the V-Strom before riding season here will just be kind of going through and just verifying maintenance. Oil change, a couple other things, check tires. Basically just shake down the V-Strom, get it ready. I'm thinking around Memorial Day is going to be my UP trip. So hopefully have everything ready. I can do a little shakedown test. I also want to make a video on how to pack for camping. I've done a lot of camping in my life. I was a Boy Scout, led camping trips for the Outdoor Adventure Program, Michigan Tech. Shout out if you know what that is. But so I know a lot about camping. I haven't done it ever on a motorcycle. So we will definitely see how that goes in the future. But thanks for being here. Like, comment, subscribe if you're still around, because obviously you don't mind me rambling at you for a little bit or checking out the V-Strom. Did some V-Strom mods today, and hopefully we'll be adventure ready soon. With that said, Magnum all out.